Where are you located right now?
California, sir.
What do you like to go by? Is it Darren?
Yes, sir.
I know Molly was going to join us, and so we'll see if she jumps on in a second. Where in California are you?
Rancho Cucamonga, sir.
What are you doing there? Working?
Um, Running for president. I'm doing that right now, sir. I'm a candidate.
And you run for president of the U.S.?
Yes, sir.
Are you running as an independent or?
A Republican, sir.
Or so, see if she jumps on.
Yes, sir.
So I oversee all Title IX plates for the university. Molly is the deputy coordinator who handles student and former student situations, and so perhaps she could jump on too, because what we learned, she might be the one. She might have
Yes, sir.
She's been busy with stuff. So I guess Darren, so we have a Title IX process that allows anyone affiliated with the university to let us know if there's any concerns, events, actions, behaviors that could violate our Title IX policy that handles any sexual misconduct, sexual assault, sexual harassment. If we get a formal complaint, the university's job is to investigate that complaint and see if there's merit, and then do what they can do to prevent future occurrences. Also mitigate any impact it has on individuals like yourself, a potential victim. And so I need to understand better what's going on. It sounded like this happened 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
It happened 11 years ago, sir.
11 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And you said, and I'll be clear, I don't need you to reshare everything that happened. That's because we don't want to victimize you. We need to understand the basis of it so we can figure out how to direct you to the right path. I think you mentioned that it was a sexual assault.
Yes, sir.
So you do not know if it's a student or not?
No, I do not know if he was a student or not.
Was it on campus grounds?
It wasn't in Missouri. It was at Cherry Point, where you have a satellite campus.
Did it happen in our campus building?
No.
Okay. Did it happen? Were you in barracks at the time?
I was just out. I was just outside of the barracks, just outside of it. It was on base.
Okay.
It was in Garrison, yes.
And did you pursue the concerns through the military or the MPs?
I did. He was convicted, but I'm still being sexually harassed about it. Like, people who find out about the case are bothering me, and I do not know what to do about it. They're asking me things like, "Oh, you're not a virgin anymore. You've had sex now. Will you have sex with me?" It's really inappropriate, and I'm just not sure what to do about it because I'm barraged with that almost only.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Are these individuals, how did they find out about the situation?
I have no clue. I think it just shows that I have rape trauma because I'm a little bit afraid of men. Maybe they can figure it out because maybe they have rape trauma themselves.
So there is no timeline of limitations that prevents us from assisting you, even though this happened 11 years ago. The struggle for us, Darren, will be that it didn't happen on campus property, and we don't know who it was and if they were a student or not.
I know who it was. I just do not know if he was a student. Um, but it was the education center at the base, so he was probably a student.
You said You said it happened at the education center.
No, he was a student of the education center.
But there's at Cherry Point. There's a few. I don't know at the time, but there's a few universities that provide services there.
Yes.
So it could have been a student for another school.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tallying process and authority allows us to provide, as I said before, make sure we're mitigating effects and providing resources to you as a potential victim, which I'll speak about. In terms of accountability and making sure things like that don't happen in the future, we have the ability to decide if a student or employee or anyone at the university doesn't need to be on the campus property. So at Cherry Point, that's in our spaces in the education building, or we work with the ESO to decide if they need to be nowhere. That's obviously a military decision. So 11 years after the fact, and again, I'm trying to figure out what you need from us. There's not really accountability we can provide to a person who wasn't a student. We don't have the ability to do anything with the criminal process. I can only say, hey, you can be in our building or not, or you can't be a student here, you can't be an employee here.
Well,
but otherwise, it's hard to provide accountability.
yes, sir. I know that I went to Park University for criminal justice. I didn't know if Park could help me with something that I have. I filed a complaint with several executive agencies, and I'm not sure what to do about those complaints because they just gave me submission ID reference codes.
And so you filed those complaints with agencies but haven't heard back from them?
Yes, I just realized what I need to do. I need to call them myself.
Yeah, I just said we don't. What again? So I'll go back to with you as a potential victim. The one thing we will do for anyone who is a student at our university or employee is do what we can to connect you with support resources. If you are a currently enrolled student, which you're not, we can provide counseling free to you. We can connect you with resources where you're located by helping look up those options for counseling or for other things, shelter, clothing, food. We'll try to connect you to those resources because we care. But we do have, again, limitations when you haven't been a student for a while or not planning to be a student as far as I know. Other than being a kind citizen and trying to connect you to those things where you're at.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know you've been listening to a while. Do you have thoughts, things that we could?
I mean, I think you covered it. I think, Darren, it sounds like maybe we're just kind of re-exploring, ensuring that you've really taken the right steps to ensure folks are notified about that happened while you were a prep student? Was that kind of your original intention in reaching out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it sounds like, again, you've gone through the legal process to address the incident from what you shared, and the person was held accountable. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. He was convicted of adultery, ma'am.
Okay.
And I believe that's the
Convicted of
seventh
adultery.
commandment. Yes, the adultery, the seventh commandment.
Okay.
Well, so it'd be hard to be convicted of one of the commandments. Is that a criminal law, Aaron?
He was convicted by special courts martial of. I'll read it. He was convicted by officer and listed members of violation of a lawful general order and adultery.
You have that. You have the formal document.
I do. You can Google it, sir. I can send it to you as well.
Yeah, I don't. Aaron, sorry, I always want to be able to do everything I can to help, and a little helpless because the information you're providing, there's not really much we can do as a university to assist you. Again, happy to look up resources in your area to connect you to those support resources, counseling, shelter, food, clothing. If that's something you need, I don't have any connections to agencies that you file complaints with to assist you with that, so you'd have to contact them directly.
Something that I had written down that I wanted to talk to you about was when something like this happens in the military, they do something called a survey. And I didn't know if Park could help me with that because I love Park University. I graduated from Park University when I was 21, summa cum laude, with my bachelor's degree of science, and I still use it till today. I really love Park, and I didn't know if they could help me because they're a really big university with the military, and I didn't know if they could do a survey or talk to them about sexual assault because it happened to me and I'm one of their students, and uh, so I wanted to know if they could do a survey where they just talk to them about what is going on with the military because it's very dangerous, and I wanted them to maybe educate them about sexually harassing a CW after the courts martial because I'm getting sexually harassed after the courts martial. I'm getting propositioned after, and that's what my issue is because I got justice from the attacker, Mr. Guest. He's remorseful when he talks to me, and he's not sexual towards me, but other people are.
Are you still part of the military right now? You're still active duty?
No, I'm not active duty.
Do you have connections with a previous officer or commander that you could speak to?
Yes, I do.
So, we don't have any authority over the military. So if you're looking at trying to provide training to individuals, educational sessions, which are great ideas. I mean, they have some of that now. So I've attended on, for us because they provide it. Speak to them and see if there's something they could do.
Okay, I'll reach out to my officer.
Yeah, I would say about cyber like as a goal, but I would also share with you that even higher education and universities, I think around Title IX and sexual violence, there's been a lot of changes as far as having more support systems and approaches to addressing these types of incidences. So there has been movement there for sure. I think as you described, it's outside of higher education, and in other kind of entities as well. But I can share with you, at least, both Dr. Moon and I roles at the university are around both education and training, and then also handling these incidents when they happen, and our students are here with us. So, but again, I appreciate your willingness to share with us what you've gone through, and ensuring that you've taken all the steps you can to kind of create awareness. And I appreciate you reaching out in that way. But yeah, I think I'm kind of what.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk to us about or want us to be aware of?
No, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I know what I need to do now. I need to talk to my past officer, and I need to make phone calls to those executive agency administrations.
Absolutely. And good luck with your campaign for the president. I know that it's upcoming election, so wish you the best.
Thank you, Dr. Udin.
All right.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you, Miss Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. Okay, so that was my meeting with my university. I was a phone calls to make. I was gonna make them with you all right now. What do you think, Marine Corps? You want me to call, call people. I already sent out mail and emails, and I haven't gotten anything back from them. Should I call or should I wait on the email? Wait on the email because people do not want to hear from me right now. They're trying to figure out what they need to do, and they're aware of the problem. I'm not able to say it because I know that I can actually hear you still. But I actually love you. I'm your wife, and I know that I actually said that at the end. I'm your wife, Roger. So just know that, we're all working on what we can do, and that was what I would say was call those agency administrations, call the CIA, call the Charlie Detention Center, call the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Call them and see what they say about, all your reports to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, because they can actually help you with your reports in the Newport Police Department. They can help you. They need to actually do what they're supposed to do. They're just sitting on it, maybe. I'm not sitting on it, he said. I actually know that I actually can see him. And now that you guys are involved with, you're not secretly involved, are you? We're very secretly involved. We just put that message out because we do not want them to talk to us, but we actually know that we can actually see him. He looks right. He looks cute. We think that he could actually be the president. We're actually saying, yeah, we hope that he is the president because we actually stalk people. We know that they actually can see us. Just know that we actually, you have a friend in me, and I will help you now. Roger. I'm going to get this uploaded. So we're waiting on the emails back, the letters back. I have those civilian complaints, those PREAs, those SHA tips, those electronic tips from the SHA, those submissions from the FBI. All the emails that I've been sending, and I'm just waiting on the communications back, and it's just the first one I got back from university. Also, I'm in touch with the military, so we will see what the military says. We're just waiting on, we talked to academia, we're waiting on the military, we're waiting on the prison system. We're waiting on those indoctrinations. Because they are the ones that are the three main ones. Those are the three main ones. I'm done with my meeting, Ellen.
Huh?
I'm done with my meeting, Ellen. Yeah.
I know. And don't I say that no fault because there was a fight earlier?
So, what do you think? Do you think that we can actually see you being successful in what you're trying to do? If you reach out to a past commander, I would, because he might be able to do something about what all these things are. Just shoot them a message. Okay, I'll shoot them a message on LinkedIn. Is there anything further to follow? Yeah, just wait a moment, let it load. Roger. Looks like they got nothing. Roger. Okay.